Have you ever wondered, while buying a small biscuit packet from the market, you are paying GST. While taking an air travel, you are paying a GST. While going to eat in a restaurant with your family, you are paying GST. But what is this GST? If you want to know about the details, check out the full video. Hi guys, I'm your Rohit Jorigal and welcome to my YouTube channel, a place where learning finance is the new passion. In this video, we are going to understand three main topics. Number one, what is GST? Number two, what are the different slabs of GST? And number three, what are the different types of GSTs or what are the different components of GST? Now coming to GST, what is GST? GST is nothing but goods and services tax. Goods means your clothes, your shoes, your biscuits, your chocolates, your furniture. Coming to the services, your internet service, your mobile phone service, the ISP, the internet service provider is providing you services, right? Like Vodafone Idea, Airtel, Jio. And if you're visiting a restaurant, to have lunch with your family, then that becomes your service. So whenever you're taking any goods or any services, whenever you're purchasing them, you are supposed to pay nothing but GST. Now before 2017, there were different kinds of indirect taxes like VAT tax, then excise duty, service tax, etc. Now to bring GST into the picture, it was the main aim to replace all these taxes and make one tax for one India, like one tax for one nation, right? And this GST, the concept of goods and services tax, was implemented or it was taken into effect on 1st of July 2017 by our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. Now you must have heard about income tax, right? Income tax is nothing but the tax you need to pay to the government whenever you are earning something, right? In similar way, goods and services tax will be the exact opposite, right? Goods and services tax will be a tax you need to pay whenever you are purchasing something. Now GST is an indirect tax. Now let us understand that by the difference between what is a direct tax and what is an indirect tax. Okay. Now income tax, the tax that you pay on your salary or your income is a direct tax, because whenever you are earning something, you are paying that tax directly to the government, right? But when you are buying a goods or a services, then you are going to pay that tax indirectly to the government through the manufacturer or through the retailer, right? Because whenever you're purchasing a good or a service, you are paying GST to that retailer or to that manufacturer, correct? And that manufacturer or retailer will later on pay that tax to the government. And in this way, GST is termed as an indirect tax, which you are paying ultimately to the government. GST is a destination-based tax. Now, destination-based tax? Okay, suppose, example, you have manufactured chocolates in Maharashtra, okay? And now you are selling those chocolates in the state of Karnataka. Now, if you see the manufacturing has happened in Maharashtra, so you will be like, okay, GST will be paid to the Maharashtra government, right? But this is not the case. The state where the consumption of those goods and services are happening, that state government will be receiving the GST. Of course, the central government will receive some part of the GST, but the receiving state or the destination state will be receiving the remaining amount of the GST. But the supplying state or the state where the manufacturing has happened, I don't think they are going to receive any GST. So let us understand what are the different components of GST first, and then we'll go to the different kinds of slabs the GST has. Okay. Now before going ahead, let us understand who collects the taxes, right? Of course, the government. Now our government is divided into two categories, right? The state government and the central government, right? State governments, if it's a union territory, then it's a union territory government, right? It's nothing but the same. Now depending upon whether the state government will collect the GST or the central government will collect the GST, GST has three major components. Number one, SGST, number two, CGST, and number three, IGST. SGST is State Goods and Services Tax. Now SGST can also be replaced by Union Territory GST, which is UTGST if it's not a state and it's a union territory. Now CGST will be Central Goods and Services Tax, which will be collected by the central government. And now IGST is Integrated Goods and Services Tax, but please note that IGST is collected by the central government, and later that they will be distributing the amount collected with the state government also. Please note that if I am using SGST, it is also applicable for UTGST, which is Union Territory GST. Okay, whenever you are doing an intra-state purchase, you have to pay CGST and SGST. But whenever you are doing an inter-state purchase, you have to only pay IGST. Suppose you have produced a product worth ₹100. Okay, now while selling, you will have to also collect GST from the consumer. So if I am selling that product to my friend, okay, now I'll have to not only collect ₹100 but plus 18% GST if the slab is 18%, right? So on 100, I will be collecting additional ₹18 and that will be ₹118, right? Now because the selling is also happening in Maharashtra, it will be considered as an intra-state purchase, right? Now that additional ₹18 GST which I have collected, now I can't keep it with me, right, with the shopkeeper. I will have to transfer that to the government. Now because it is an intra-state transfer, I will have to divide it into two categories, right? CGST and SGST. CGST will be 9% and SGST will be 9%. So I will have to transfer ₹9 out of that ₹18, 9 to the central government and 9 to the state government. In this case, the destination state or the purchasing state is Maharashtra, right? That is the reason that ₹9 SGST will go to the Maharashtra state government. Second example. Now I have produced that same product in Maharashtra, but I want to now sell it in my neighboring state, which is Goa. In this case, I cannot ask for CGST and SGST. I will have to collect what? IGST. So if it comes under 18% GST slab, I will have to collect ₹18 on that ₹100, right? So that ₹18 IGST, I will directly transfer it to the central government. And after the central government will receive that, it will distribute the required amount of money also to the state government. Okay, but in this case, the state government will not be Maharashtra because Maharashtra has only produced it, right? Who is the receiving or who is the destination state? Goa. So the IGST will be distributed with or will be shared with the Goa government. Coming to the last part of the video, we are going to understand the different GST slabs. Very important it is. Please understand that GST slabs are nothing but the different levels at which the government is going to collect the tax from you, right? Now GST slabs are defined on the basis of the essential goods and the luxury goods, or you can call it as SIM goods. Okay, now if it's an essential item or it's a necessity item, then the GST rate will be either 0 or very less. But if it's a luxury item like a high-end car, then it will be a luxury good, right? And you will be having a very high GST slab. There are 4 different GST slabs, okay? 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. Now there are few even more essential goods which are considered extremely essential, and that is the reason you have 0% GST on those, okay? Now let us understand these with few examples. Coming to the first one, the 0% GST slab, okay? This will be like extremely essential items like milk, fruits and vegetables, your salt, etc. Coming to the next one, 5% GST slab, okay? Now these will be basic requirements like coffee, tea, and if you are traveling through airplane, then economy air ticket, these will be considered under the 5% GST class. Coming to the next one, 12% GST slabs. Now these will not be even essential and not be like very luxury goods. For example, cheese, butter, dry fruits, and if you are traveling through airplane, then business class air ticket. So these will be considered under the 12% GST slab. Coming to the 18% slab, now these are the products or services which we are purchasing for our entertainment. Like for example, biscuits, cakes, mineral water, and if you are going to a restaurant like an AC restaurant, then it will come under the 18% GST slab. Coming to the last one, 28% GST slab. Now these will have all products and services which are like luxury items. Luxury like you will be having a 5-star hotel stay, your chewing gum, your movie tickets, and if you are taking tobacco, you are taking cigarettes, everything will be considered under the 28% slab. So these were the basic things that I felt that you must be knowing about GST. Now one thing that I like about GST is that it's an unbiased tax. Like income tax, if you consider income tax, it's a tax based on whatever you earn, right? So if you are poor, you're going to pay less tax. If you're middle class, moderate tax. And if you're a very rich person, you have to pay high tax, right? But GST, even if you are a poor person, a middle class person, or a very rich person, you have to pay the same amount of GST, okay? So it's an unbiased tax. Even the poor people can contribute to the tax and indirectly to the development of the nation. So GST is a very good tax, and it has also replaced many other confusing tax which we had in the regime before 2017. So whatever we have touched today, it is not the entire thing about GST. We have few untouched topics also, and I'm going to plan and bring few more part 2 and part 3 videos on the study of GST. So until then, keep watching my videos, and if you have reached this far watching my video, I think you definitely liked my video. So please go down and give me a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, because it will make sure that you receive notification whenever I am uploading a video in the future. So stay tuned and stay educated. Until then, take care and bye bye.